Yeah. Hello, good evening, and welcome along to Euros Daily, or well, today it's Euros Nightly. Maybe this week it'll be Euros Nightly. It's Monday, the 5th of July. Yesterday was Independence Day. Today I'm very much dependent on you guys for my information, though. Day 25 of Euro 2020. England are in the semis, but also in the semi-finals. Denmark, who we're facing, but Italy and Spain as well. And tonight, we're going to take a quick look at what tomorrow's game has in store for us. We'll give our predictions, and also we want yours. So get in the comments and let us know who you will think will be player of the match. We want to know your scoreline predictions. Will it go to extra time? Will it be penalties? And yeah, we'll read them out. We'll share them and we'll discuss them. We'll have a little look at our fantasy football table, which Mus really wanted to do for some reason. I wonder why. And we've got Roz's stat of the day. All of that's come here on Euros Daily. Drop a comment in, like the video, subscribe to the channel and allow notifications, or consider it at least, and share this video. Alongside me this evening is the pun man, Mus, although he's been a bit light on the puns recently, Mus. I'm not impressed, mate. You need to up the puns, please. And Italy's biggest fan, Rosberto Baggio. How we doing, Ros?
Yeah, better than yesterday.
That's not hard, is it?
Yeah, yeah. As you can tell, my voice is slightly less gravelly, and no, yeah, raring to go.
Haven't shouted "It's coming home" 50 times last night.
Only 50.
Oh, Mus, this guy.
Triple figures.
He literally doesn't say anything else. When England are playing, you say to him like, Ros, do you want a drink? It's coming home. Ros,
the last one,
can you pass me the salt? It's coming home.
Not if you were with me, but in the penalty shootout against Colombia, 2018, right? Jordan Henson missed the first one, right? Or missed the penalty, and then I was just like, oh well, so it's gone. So I sort of was mute for about 7 solid minutes, like between that and the Eric Dyer one, and it was just like glaring. Everyone else was talking. I was like, shut up. It's happened again. And then when Eric Dyer scored, for the next 3 hours after we were drinking, I didn't say anything but "It's coming home" or "Come on." That's just like, maybe it was like Tourette's. It was like just a random sort of outspurt. Like, come on.
Yeah,
I was approaching those levels on Saturday, definitely.
Definitely, it was getting there on Saturday. I've got to say, what an amazing game it was. But tonight we're here to preview tomorrow's semi-final between Italy and Spain. Mus, how are you today, mate?
I'm very well, thanks, Joe. Just had a lovely lasagna, so that might prejudice my predictions later.
Very good indeed.
As if you had a paella. You'd be like, well, I really fancy Spain for this game, actually.
I think that's quite a layered joke, Mus. I like that. Well done. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Right.
I'm gonna hand over the pun mastership to you now.
Oh, really? Shall I get a little picture with the mortarboard and hold the like an MA in puns? Right. Okay. Let's preview this game then, shall we? Now, I'm going to give you a little rundown, predicted lineups, stuff like that. And I'm going to tell you who called Alvaro Morata a good boy in his press conference. So the head-to-head goes like this. Italy have won 11, Spain have won 12, they've drawn 13. Italy have scored 43, and Spain have scored 40 in meetings between these two. The referee is Felix Brick for this game, who refereed England against Ukraine. Which I think you can all agree he's a great ref, because we didn't pick up any extra yellows there. That's good news for us. I'm trying to preview the Italy-Spain game without like everything. My focus is just always on the England game, though.
I realised that. Yeah, okay. I've realised that my stat of today is also about England. Like, it's just it's going to be a great Italy-Spain preview.
It's coming home. So predicted lineups look a bit like this. Spinazzola is out with an Achilles injury for Italy, so they're lining up predicted lineup would be Donnarumma in goal, Florenzi, Bonucci, Chiellini and Emerson, then Barella, Jorginho and Verratti in the middle, with Chiesa, Immobile and Insigne up front. Spain, Sarabia is doubtful. He's got a muscular issue, so they'll look to line up with Unai Simon in goal, Azpilicueta, Garcia, Laporte and Alba across the back four. Koke, Busquets and Pedri across the middle, and up front, Gerardo Moreno, Alvaro Morata, the good boy, and Danny Olmo. Who's going to be the main person in those lineups, Roz?
I mean, Morata is going to score a few sitters. Miss a few sitters. I'm sure he'll be a main man in the sense that he'll be shocking.
Early dick of the day shout there.
Yeah. No, I really can't see. I think I've said it on one of the other shows, but we're talking about a team that can't finish in front of goal and a team that can't defend against a side that didn't concede in the group stages, haven't conceded in normal time. Is that right? They conceded in extra time against Austria. No, who they have last time? Belgium. Okay, they did concede, but it was penalties. They haven't conceded an open play in normal time. Have scored 9 goals in the group stages. Are lethal in front of goal. Does anyone see this going Spain's way? Really?
Mus, what's your take on it?
Yeah, I think Roz is right. I think well, firstly, just start off by making the point that I'm sure you guys have seen this already, but all 4 semi-finalists started the tournament playing 3 back-to-back home games. And guess which semi-finalist is the only team that will play the semi-final and the final at home? But let's not take it there. I think Italy. I think I'm right in saying haven't conceded from open play, full stop, because that Austria goal was from a corner. They conceded the penalty against.
Yeah.
But otherwise, they've been so solid at the back. Whereas Spain conceded 3 goals against a fairly average Croatia side. I think it's fair to say. And whilst they make a lot of chances, they also spurn a lot of chances. But interestingly, both teams are probably missing, people who you'd say were their standout performers so far. So Sarabia for Spain, as you said, Joe, Spinazzola for Italy, probably the 2 that have really caught the eye. But I would still tip Italy.
Okay. Roberto Mancini says this: it will be difficult even if Spain are different from Belgium. It will not be the same kind of game compared to the previous one, but it will present many difficulties for sure. Spain have been extraordinary for years, even if there has been a change and they are younger side. They have a good coach and very good players. So really not giving anything away there in that press conference, just like generic.
Like when the one pitfall you can find is that historically they're a good team. Like sort of, Spain have been good in the past, so
absolutely.
I want to know who called Morata a good boy. You keep teasing us with that.
We'll get there. Luis Enrique said, I don't think both of us can dominate, so it'll be interesting to see who will win this tussle. Apart from having top players, Italy are a real team. They attack and defend as a unit, which is really similar to what we do. They also employ a high press, which it would be hard to imagine an Italian side from the past doing. Now they're strong in several ways of playing, meaning that the game will be really interesting. Both teams will have their moments. Another fantastic footballing lexicographer just going off on one. They attack and defend like us.
I've got a really important question. Those managers, were they speaking through an interpreter called Michael Owen? Those are just Owenisms, right? Like, if we score 1 more than them, we will win.
Usually, I'm not saying that always, but usually the team that scores the most goals does actually go on to win the game.
Yeah, absolutely. Tom's in the comments. He says England versus Italy final has to be. Yes, Tom, I think we all agree with you there. Hopefully that's the way it all goes. Looking forward to these games tomorrow night. So from more of a player's perspective, so with the press conferences, the managers come out with a player, and Roberto Mancini brought out Leonardo Bonucci with him for his press conference. Bonucci said, Spain have been criticised, but Luis Enrique was right to shield their team and unite the group even more. They're very united in their starting 11 and the entire squad. When you meet such a mentally strong team, the game is always difficult, but if we show the Italy of the last 30 games, we can certainly achieve the result we want. He also went on to say this, Alvaro Morata is a friend of mine. We play together at Italy. We spend plenty... at Juventus, we spend plenty of time together. I was struck when I read criticism to hear certain things about him. I'm close to him. Alvaro is an exquisite person, a good boy, a great player, a good father, and a friend. He is a complete striker, one of the best in the world. We will need to pay great attention against him. Roz, there's your answer. That's who called Morata a good boy. Now, is it just lost in translation, or is he being passive aggressive there?
I mean, he's a player that's sort of famous for actually getting lost in translation, isn't he, Bonucci? But we won't get on to what he said about Moise Kean. No, I think that, yeah, if you take that quote as a standalone, and you've got two of the most aggressive, birdieless, kind of most intimidating defenders of all time in Bonucci and Chiellini, calling a sort of rather good-looking Alvaro Morata, who isn't that intimidating, calling him a good boy, you kind of just imagine sort of Bonucci just going up and sort of holding his cheek and going, tried to score against us. No, it just sounds like they're good mates, doesn't it? I don't think that he won't be a threat. And we're talking about two of the greatest defenders of all time against a guy that couldn't score in a brothel. Like, ain't happening.
That's harsh, man. He scored one, and that wasn't in a brothel.
Well, it was, yeah, but you would talk about that, wouldn't you? Talk about all the ones that he missed. It was a good finish, but
Well, no,
I mean,
I'm taking what you said on face value and coming back. You said he couldn't score in a brothel, but he has scored, so he can score.
Well, to be fair to Morata, though, he does have a bit of the Timo Werner about him in the sense that he keeps going, keeps creating chances, even if he's not chipping in with goals. His movement is creating opportunities for the team, and he works hard. So, I still expect the two centre backs to get the better of him. They dealt with Lukaku so well. So I expect them to have the cut of Morata.
correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think Morata was ever at Juve that kind of player, and I might have it wrong, but he was there in Allegri's first period, was it? Where he would have been playing up front with Tevez. It would have been that side that got to the Champions League final.
I'm not 100% sure on my Italian football, but I'm pretty sure it was more recent.
But anyway, I always saw him as the sort of, Dybala was the guy that replaced him, and he never was the out-and-out goal scorer. I might have that totally wrong, but I saw him a lot more as number 10 and that kind of creative guy that was happy to not get the goals. And I would say that actually when you're putting him as a lone striker in the Spanish 4-3-3 system, then you're generating all these chances for him. But I've never seen him as an out-and-out goal scorer, and he kind of proved that at Chelsea.
Yeah, very much so. Mete's in the comments. He says, "Hey," that's it.
Nice.
Hey, Mete. Hope you're doing well.
Turkey got in the semi-final.
Oh, ouch! Burn. Wow, Mete. I'll get Ross to send you some ointment for that burn. Okay, let's have your predictions then. Mus, what's your prediction for tomorrow's scoreline? Man of the match, please.
I'm going to go 2-0 to Italy in 90 minutes. Insigne, man of the match.
Good. I would like that because he's in my fantasy team. Roz?
Yeah. I think I predicted a bloodbath, didn't I? I'll call it a 3-0. Professional 3-0. And it'll be... I would say, I kind of fancy Charo Immobile to finally... I mean, I know he scored... Did he score one or two in the group stages? But both of them were kind of... the goalkeepers could have done better. I don't think his all-round performances have been what Italy have really been about. So maybe he'll net a couple against a Spanish defence that I really don't rate.
Okay. Tom's in the comments. He says, what about Italy's three in midfield? Solid, composed, organised and experienced. Surely they're the three to watch and they're the three that will make a difference. He's, of course, referring to Nico Barella, Jorginho, Marco Verratti. I mean, they're a joy to watch, these players, and they really drive Italy. They're a three-man engine in that midfield.
Barella's feet for his goal, the first goal against Belgium, those feet.
Yeah.
Delightful.
And Locatelli, when he came in as well, was like an absolute delight, and he's not even getting a look in now. And Jorginho is kind of maybe showing form that we didn't necessarily see at Chelsea this season. He's been playing really well. But yeah, speaking of bloodbath, like this is Italy's chance to avenge that 2012 4-0 defeat.
Yeah.
It's kind of now or never, right?
I fully expect if Locatelli starts to dispose of the cocaine.
Very good.
Although,
Like that. Drink water. Yeah. So, is one of Roberto Mancini's then is his crowning achievement almost that he knows how to get the best out of his players, because he's picked this bunch of he's got this squad who pre-tournament we said they're either too old or too young. A lot of them, or too experienced, too inexperienced to do well at a tournament. What he's actually proven is, like you say, he's getting the best out of Jorginho. We've seen Locatelli look like a different player. Spinazzola, they've been sort of surprise players to us because we're not used to watching them week in, week out. But this happens at tournaments, doesn't it? You get these moments, and is that Mancini's best achievement with this Italy team? Whatever happens.
so I think from what I understand, one of his best achievements is actually selecting a squad that brings together players from across the league and not just the traditional big hitters.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of similar to Spain in the sense that Luis Enrique didn't select a single Real Madrid player, but a lot of the standout players for Italy have been from Sassuolo, they've been from Sampdoria, not Juve, not the Milan sides. And then the other thing is I think because Mancini himself, when he was a player, was very unlucky in terms of big tournament appearances for Italy. So
he only ever made one semi-final appearance, and that was the 1992 Olympics. So I jump in with the stats there. Sorry. Go on.
Yeah. No, cheers, Joe. Yeah, and then after that, I think he fell out with managers, didn't get selected. So he's been very mindful to give everyone their time on the pitch, even bringing Sirigu for a couple of minutes on in Rome in the Wales game, right? In
The last 2 minutes up at minute.
Yeah, for Donnarumma. So they go into that extent, and that creates togetherness. So it's no surprise they're on this 32-game unbeaten run.
It's something we see, isn't it? That's kind of mirrored in the England camp. And while the England-Denmark game is something completely different, which we will talk about on Wednesday. Tomorrow, what we'll do is we'll have our show straight after the Italy-Spain game, and we'll review that game like straight away. So if you're watching this now, join us straight after the game tomorrow for all of the debrief from that. It is a parallel we see, though, with England, isn't it? About this kind of togetherness, this unity is created around the team. Southgate, been fantastic. Are there any other similarities, Ross, for you with Southgate and Mancini? Is Mancini quite pragmatic?
Yeah, sure. I was just going to say, literally this week, Southgate, I think it was actually after the Ukraine game, called out the likes of Ben Chilwell, Ramsdale and Johnson, the two sub-goalkeepers, and actually picked out these players as being the reason we're doing so well. The unity in the camp and the fact that he wasn't picking players with sort of egos. He was picking these kind of big players, but all of them are grounded, all of them are likeable, but also all of them have just generated this camp. You've seen those pictures of Saka on a unicorn. I mean, they're just likeable guys, aren't they?
When the inflatable unicorn comes out, you know it's all over for the other guys.
But some of the stories coming out of the England camp as well, and look, this is the last thing I'm going to say on England, but it's really nice to see stuff like Luke Shaw and Bukayo Saka become best mates throughout this kind of. It's like when you meet someone on holiday, and you become friends with them or something. It's like
holiday friends. Even with while we're quickly on Luke Shaw, I'll just quote a bar in my stat of the day that has nothing to do with Italy or Spain. Two players I was really critical of in the Premier League last season were Luke Shaw and Harry Maguire. I'll stand by both of them. Luke Shaw improved drastically and has been sensational this tournament. Harry Maguire, for me, just looks like a different player in an England shirt, and I think it's as simple as that. But did you know that the two players, so the player that has had the most balls into the final third is Harry Maguire for England, 28. Not a midfielder. Harry Maguire has got the most balls into the final third. Luke Shaw has delivered, and that's 28 balls. Luke Shaw has delivered 21 balls into the box, which is the most for an England player. So two defenders who are absolutely crucial to our attacking outlet, and are both having sensational performances throughout the tournament.
Yeah. And it must
be painful to say that because I hate Harry Maguire.
But it must have been particularly sweet for Luke Shaw to have that great performance in Rome just a couple of hours after Jose Mourinho arrived.
Oh, but I mean, come on.
I know you like
I'm in his head. Did you see the Jose interview?
Luke Shaw.
Did you see the Jose interview that was about? Luke Shaw went to the Guardian blabbing his mouth off, going, "Oh, I'm in Jose's head. I'm in Jose's head." What Jose said was that England's corners were poor throughout. So he wasn't just talking about Luke Shaw. He was talking about attacking set pieces was one of our strengths, and in the Scotland game it was really poor. It was. And Luke Shaw took from that because he was one of the England's corners dramatically bad, and then Luke Shaw gets a whole piece in the Guardian going, "Oh, I'm in his head."
Save it, save it, save it. Right, we'll get more England chat on Wednesday. For now, we have to respect the other semi-final, Italy, Spain. Roz, you went for a 3-0, and Mus, you went for a 2-0. Mus, your man of the match was Insigne, and Roz, you said Immobile.
Yeah, and I'd like to put congratulations to the future second place finishing team in this tournament. The eventual losing finalists. Good luck to both of them.
Go on, Mus. Were you going to say something?
No, just because I'm not around tomorrow, I've got a quiz question. If we have time, and if you'd allow me.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Should we do the fantasy preview first, and then we'll do
like a dad joke. I'll tell you what. We'll do this first, but I promise.
It's only because I'll have a good shot at being able to answer the question when I know that everything that I've meant to have done on the show I've done already.
Systems, it.
Quick couple of comments as well, which I'm also managing, by the way. Mete says 3-0 Italy, 2-0 England. Tom says media savvy youngsters who have the experience of growing up with and on social media whilst also coming through England ranks and club ranks. Very true, yeah. Tom. Yeah, it's a good shout, and it's kind of Gareth set the tone years ago on this as well, didn't he, with the youngsters? Yeah, more on England on Wednesday night. Rods, no, more on England on Wednesday night. Here's the fantasy football. Here's how it looks. So you can see big movements, ups and downs. Joint ninth, got from 40 yards and yawns, posting some good scores. In 8, your own. 7, Peckham United, and 6, BRFC, both dropped. Tommy Rumble stayed in at number 5. Mustafa Moss up to number 4. Your boat. Third, I've dropped down to third myself. I don't care. I love it. And currently in the runner-up position on 298 points, it is the one and only Roz Stradamus, as they call him in fantasy football circles. And top of the league, he's led from day one. It's Dominator, DB92, 332 points. Roz, can you catch him?
What do I need? 15, a gain of 15 in each week. I'm 30 points behind, I think.
Yeah, 32 points, 34 points.
Yeah, I think so. I think he's. I don't think he has a full 11 for the final. I think the way he's played his transfers, I've worked this out. He's played his wild card and stuff. So, whereas I've been very clever and saved my wild card for the semi-final, and then picked players that will mean with those 5 extra transfers, I'll definitely have a full 11 for that game. So, yeah, it's coming home in more ways than one.
Brilliant. Okay, Mus, let's have this quiz question then, please.
Better be good.
So this is for you guys and the guys in the comments as well. So, been a single player at the Euros whose name, the letters in their name, you can spell both COVID and vaccine. So only one player at the Euros, you could spell both COVID and vaccine out of the letters in their name. Who is it?
Is it just their surname, or is it their first name and their surname?
Both.
Both. Okay.
Luka Modric.
No V in Modric or Luka, mate. I reckon it's got to be a Dutch player, right? If it's got a V in there, maybe it's a Dutch player. VA Van.
Blue, they're still in the tournament.
Oh, it's in Italian then. Marco Verratti. Boom.
No.
Oh.
No D in Marco Verratti.
Are they a starting 11 player? Would you say? No. Right, well, there we go.
But they did come on.
Oh, is it?
Come on, get in the comments and help me if you're watching, please. I can see the comments.
That's a good one.
They came on. Oh, a V and a C and a D. That's what you got to look out for here, isn't it? They're Um,
You want me to narrow it down further?
yeah,
God.
go on.
They're part of It's Coming Home FC, so they're an Englishman.
No, really. I don't know if that's a good omen or a bad omen.
What?
A DV and a C in.
Ros, we're failing badly at this one.
They are doing not spectacularly.
You can always take it away and then get back to me on Friday.
No, what I'll do is I'll just Google it.
Ooh, I've seen the correct answer in the comment section.
Oh, Tom, yes.
Who's got it?
Tom's got it. Tom, well played, mate. It's Dominic Calvert-Lewin.
Brilliant.
To be fair, he's got so many letters to use up. He could probably spell bloody anything with his name. For God's sake. Right. Okay. No, brilliant stuff, Mus. Love it. We won't see you tomorrow, but we'll see you at some point later in the week. You take care, mate. Enjoy the game tomorrow night. Ros, I'll see you tomorrow after the big game at Wembley.
That was good.
See you later, guys.